Hello guys. So before we get started on a project, we need to do something, and we probably should have done this for Illustrator, but it's Illustrator files, it's going to be a lot smaller. I've opened up, I'm on a PC, and I've opened up my PC, which is showing me all the drives that I have currently in or connected to my computer. And what I want to do is I want to make a project folder. And the reason being is because if you are going from computer to computer, if you are going to upload or send files for me to look at, or you're just backing up stuff, you want everything that you're working on in one area so that you don't forget something. So in other words, you don't want to, I'm going to save something that's on my desktop and use that, and there's also one in my my download folder, and there's one someplace else and one someplace else, and then when you have to go to another computer, your files are going to be missing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click into one of my folders for right now, and I'm going to right click and create a new folder. Now if you're using one of the checked out Macs, I strongly suggest just creating this folder on your desktop. And then that way it'll be easy for you to access, and it'll be easy for you to actually remember where everything is and not have to dig for it. So on here I'm just going to click folder, and I'm just going to call this one logo animation. Let's just say AE for After Effects. And this way that I know logo animation After Effects is going to be my project. I know where it's at. And now I'm just going to, even though I'm not doing anything with it too much yet, I'm going to go inside, and I'm going to make a few more folders so I can organize things. So once again, I'll make a new folder, right click, new folder. Let's call this one images. New folder, sound, new folder, video. And the reason I do this is because what'll happen, even if I'm not going to use all of these, every time you make a project in After Effects, you're going to kind of have it, because you probably are going to be using images. That could be stuff from Illustrator, that could be stuff from Photoshop, whatever. You can go into more detail and say, oh, this is going to be images, which would be rasterized, and then have another one for vector for Illustrator, so that I know that those are vector images, Illustrator files, and not mix them up. And if I were to do that, then I would just go in and just right click, make a new folder, call it vector images, and this would be assumedly rasterize. Sound files, waves, like if I want to have a background music or something, that would go in here, and videos and green screen and stuff I would put in here. I can always be more detailed if I have a whole lot of assets, like have one folder for green screen video and one folder for whatever, but this is always a good start, so that when I actually download or grab files or stuff that I want to use, I can simply just put it into here. It could get pretty big, but I could even make a folder that would be movies, like output, and that would be the ones that would render out so that still everything is in the same project. But now any After Effects files I could just put inside of here, or I could just make a new folder, once again, AE _files, and maybe I just save my After Effects files in here, and then all of my other files. Usually I don't, unless there's a whole bunch. I'll just have it in the root folder, which would be the project, but this is a good way of organizing it so that you can make sure you don't forget anything. So before you'd import something into After Effects, you would just bring it in, download it, or move it into these folders that you created, and then you'd bring it in, and that way everything is going to be a lot seamless, and you'll enjoy it more later.